Gonna keep on driving, never stop.
Hi, I'm Matthias. Welcome to Last Resort Repair and Recreation, episode 24. I'm going to be talking about inorganic AI, inorganic artificial intelligence. If you go to Exopolitics or newsinsideout.com, there's a fantastic interview with Alfred Weber and Peter Kling about this subject, and it's very important that we talk about it, know about it, and don't get suckered into its agenda. Because we are on the Earth and humanity is on the positive timeline, and we need to get everyone on a positive timeline because those who are holding themselves back with hatred, religion, government, and war. That's from the catastrophic timeline that this inorganic AI is trying to keep going. Okay, I'm going to talk about the interview. I got some notes I took, and then I also have a conclusion that I wrote myself. But I'm going to start off with a poem, for an encouraging poem, like we always do, and then I'm going to reread a poem that I read before because it has to do with what we're talking about. So here it is. First I'm going to read an inspiring poem. It's called Imagining Forever. Back when we were naive, we were led to believe that forever was denied to us because we were a sinful breed. But by no fault of their own, the fault was passed on to us through our... hold on a second. I read it wrong. Hold on. It's called Imagining Forever. Back when we were naive, we were led to believe that forever was denied to us because we were a sinful breed. But by no fault of our own, the fault was passed on to us through our degenerate makers. They created us to use and abuse. We were the slaves of wicked takers. In order to free ourselves and our earth, we willed ourselves back into creation and learned that death was not the end through the gift of imagination. Sorry, that poem was a little bit whacked. We've been improving with our writing. That was an old one that we wrote. It was from book 3. And right now we're just beginning book 6. But so that kind of wasn't a very good scheme. But anyway, you know what? I'm going to read another poem I wanted to read because I thought it was really important, and I think it's really a very good, inspiring poem. It's called The Inner Pearl. We are more than just looks. We are more than just our title. I am a spiritual being. I don't want to be an idol. When we look into ourselves, we find so many treasures. There is so much more to life than just physical pleasures. And it's hard to remember in the physical world that we are more than just humans. We are heaven's pearls. The treasure within our outer shell is infinite life. The treasure within our outer shell is infinite life, as we cast away all jealousy and strife, bringing our pearl out from within and finding new comfort in our own skin. We always forget about that because we're in the physical domain. We forget about how important the inside of us is, because that's the spiritual being having the human experience working together. And that's why you need to search your inner self to find the truth and who you are and why you're here. And I was created by my Maker to help her with the great work that we're doing. Trying to expose everything that we can find and do whatever we can to expose it and get it going. And we feel that Exopolitics and whatevershappening.com are very good sites, as well as in5d.com. It's very encouraging. I think those 3 sites are great. I'm sure there's plenty of others out there that I don't even know of. We're just trying our best to come up with what we can, what we feel is important, and so people don't get misled. So that's what we're trying to do. Okay, here's the notes that I took from the interview with Alfred Weber and Peter Kling. Government and religion is run for inorganic AI intelligence, inorganic artificial intelligence. the Anunnaki Draco insectoid species cannot get back to source, and they're trying to harness collective consciousness of humans to gain manifestation abilities, trying to be God and trying to mimic humans. The Rothschilds Illuminati bloodlines trade souls for money to control the masses for their Anunnaki masters who can no longer materialize. And this is something we wrote down because they were talking about it too, that this could be a psyop or whatever, but it really makes a lot of sense to me. And I don't know if you watch The Strain, but that really freaks me out, because if you really think about it, it's scary as hell. You gotta watch The Strain. And also another interesting thing you should watch is Extant. That's an interesting one too. There's secret knowledge kept by the Vatican. There was an Alexandria fire, and all documents that were lost had copies. The Dead Sea Scrolls have never been released. They're keeping organic information hidden, feeding us pure AI, everything turned into internet and controlled by CERN, and CERN invented the internet. Strange chemtrails and all that crap. CERN needs to be stopped. We were talking about this thing in Revelation about the key to the infinity abyss, called the Tartarus, and the CERN with its Hadron Colliders, using them to manipulate the mind, and they're trying to open a portal, I guess, to let the Watchers back in, but they're not going to be successful because the starseeds are protected, and because we know the truth, and as long as you are aware of it, then you're not completely taken by it. Revelation is off-planet. We are not on that timeline. It is happening off-planet. Highest powers in Vatican involved in child trafficking and sacrifice to the Anunnaki gods. And I don't know if there's anything like that, but I'm sure they were doing something horrible to people because of that lunar eclipse, blood moon. So, I mean, I don't know. I really hope that didn't happen, but people need to expose this crap, because nobody should be suffering, because we are on a positive timeline, and that's what we're here to do. Bring that to Earth. That's what Earth wants us here to do, because she herself is a sentient being. Speaking of that, I have something I wrote about that. So, let's see. Find it. I can find it, I'm not finding it. It's really good. It just happened to come about. I should have. Can't find it. You know what's in here. Just saw it. Trying to find it. It's really be appropriate to have that right now. Okay, here we go. This is something I wrote called Words of Encouragement. If you get discouraged while doing the great work, remember that Mother Earth is a sentient being who appreciates every great thing that we do. The mainstream media is owned, so our revolution of love will not be televised. But don't lose hope, because Mother Earth is broadcasting her own channel, We Are One. We are on the positive timeline, and the sun and the earth are on our side, because they are reflections of us. When we are aware of this, anything is possible. So that's some encouraging words I wrote. I read a lot of things, sometimes I forget to read them, but somehow it's like my mind accesses it when I'm talking about it, and I remember, oh yeah, that's something I gotta read. Okay. There are 10, government and religion was given to us by the Anunnaki, of course. Highest powers in Vatican involved in child trafficking and sacrifice to the Anunnaki gods. Yeah. So that needs to be stopped. That needs to be exposed and stopped at all costs. This is what we came here to do. Okay, there are 10 dimensions. 1 to 3 is singularity. Then heaven is 4 to 7. And we are in the physical dimension through the 8th, 9th, and 10th dimension of higher self. Which is like, because we're a projection of our higher self. A physically manifested projection of our higher self. And this AI crap wants to get rid of the biological and at the time, and here, never mind, let me read that so it'll make more sense because I have it right here. Also, the USA and New Zealand HAARP was possibly HAARP weaponry possibly caused the Fukushima disaster. Artificial intelligence controlling our life created by computers, driven by computers. People can't, and I've noticed that people can't observe something without looking at it through AI. AI imitating the multiverse, making us its slaves. Now there's a 2045 initiative, Death to All Biohumans, New Body Immortality, by computerized nanobots. So it's pretty freaky that this artificial intelligence is actually wants to replace humans and just make them robots and try to get people, separate people from their higher self connection. They will try to separate, and when they do this, then you are already run by your soul, and they want to take the soul away. Disconnect you with your soul by using this option of immortality if you're a robot, which sounds horrific. Then we wouldn't be thinking for ourselves now, would we? And we're not going for that. And as long as we're aware of this and not buy into their crap, we can beat it. Inorganic intelligence seeks to run us. Catastrophic timeline. They're with an artificial catastrophic timeline, and we will not let them control us. The worst victims are the individuals that are being controlled and they're unaware of it. With like people that are addicted to news or sports and stuff, just watching blindly and not remembering what is giving this to you, what is giving you this addiction. Are you aware of it? Organic being controlled by inorganic. Government psyops, artificial intelligence. What does that say? I can't read that. Taking souls from the creator and keeping it in a machine because they're trying to not let the souls go back to source like we naturally do. You need to get away from AI and seek alpha. Meditate, art, music, creativity. That's why they're always trying to take that out of schools, the Common Core crap. Stress the kids out, not encourage them to be creative and think free thinkers. Helping us vibrate with Earth. No hatred, no fear. Hate and fear is in beta, and that's what these artificial intelligence run on beta. Number ones and zeros. Love and peace is in alpha. Artificial intelligence beta waves wants to encourage humanity to destroy itself. Have knowledge and seek love and give love. Don't get angry at the media bullshit. Remember Yeshua's way. Artificial intelligence iPhone is forbidden fruit, and all cell phones are forbidden fruit I see it as, but that's just my take on it. We don't use one. We got one crappy one, a crappy one that's not like a hard tech one. It's a piece of shit. but I mean, that's for like in cases of an emergency, because my creator's husband is disabled, and so is she, and you never know. But definitely not. We not ever go for any implants or anything like that. Definitely not. Agenda 21 is now switched to 2030. The artificial intelligence seeks artificial catastrophic timeline. We are on the positive timeline, and our mission is to fight inorganic AI. Cell phones used to harness energy of users. People constantly on their phones. They can't look into their own eyes or they came here and have a human experience, not give that experience away to some kind of device. That's exactly what they're doing. People take pictures of insane things. And they gotta post it. It's insane. The right thing to be posting is this stuff like this, because people need to know and be aware of, like, oh crap, I can't believe I was suckered in. That's what we want. We don't want people to be suckered in, because some people, when you come here, you forget why you came here, because it's a lower density. So, Earth is on a positive timeline with humans seeking a positive future. Now, right now is right around the time of Yeshua's approximate birth, not the 25th, of course. That's just that's just friggin' fall or whatever, winter solstice crap. And they give us religious guilt, told that we're sinners because we have incomplete DNA. We need to have true care, no more war, understand the positive future, and that we have the power to create it. Generation recognizing the deception and turn AI on its face and set it on fire. Haters, soldiers, those using free will to make poor choices are on the catastrophic timeline. They're on the wrong timeline. Love, people propagating love, peacemakers are on the positive timeline using free will to make wise choices. Adam and Eve, whether that was metaphorical or what, they were seduced, and cell phone addicts are seduced. Psalm 91 will show you the protection of Psalm 91 verse 7 is saying that there's a protection for the star seeds that came here and remember who they are. And Revelation 7:9, a critical mass is going to come together and fight this BS, because that's exactly what it is. The Vatican's been involved in a lot of shit, so a lot of child sacrifice and all that crap. So I would say that Peter Kling says that the Vatican is a whore of Babylon. I'd say that I wouldn't deny that, because they're awful. Every president was from the Knights of Malta, and the Vatican is Vatican-owned Knights of Malta. The Vatican controls the government, the Jesuits control the stock market. This is the last pope. The Vatican controls the banking system. And dismantle wealth. He wants to distribute wealth equally. That's his goal. I don't know. Some of this is confusing too. There's an 8th king mentioned in the Bible, and it's going to destroy the Vatican. So that would be nice to get rid of all that sacrifice. Smartphones, mind control weapons, corporations, or psychotic entities. So, you gotta listen to that interview. It's very, very important. And I'm going to read my conclusion. Hopefully this is going to go over a little time than we usually have, but hopefully it'll upload. Okay, here's what I wrote as in conclusion. There is an alien substance known as inorganic AI, artificial intelligence. It is in TVs, computer screens, and phones. It's connected to the internet and its inventor CERN. They have patents and are using their hadron colliders to mess with our heads and pump us with disinformation. The organic AI transfers information from the screen plasma to our blood plasma. I believe that they have a stronghold on vehicles and cell phones. Every vehicle and cell phone commercial would like to have us believing that cell phones and vehicles are the center of our lives. They are not. And about that too, with the Rothschild, Rockefeller crap, bloodline, Illuminati, they have the petroleum control, and they're fought against free energy and overpowered the free energy movement. And we're demanding free energy. That's what we came here to do, because that's good for the earth, and their petroleum is not. The petroleum black goo plasma that they use. Every vehicle and cell phone commercial would like to have us believing that cell phones and vehicles are the center of our lives. They are not. Earth and each other are the center of our lives. We came here to help Earth rise in vibration with us as one. The organic AI would like to draw energy from us so we can rise in vibration, but we want nothing to do with it and its negative energy. Organic AI is a parasite that needs to be realized and ignored. This parasite feeds off of energy through government and religion, and they think that one of the biggest religions, Christianity, has so many different denominations. Get out of government and religion and free your mind. This is a call to unite for a positive future on Earth. Now I'm going to close out with a poem. Hopefully this will get on. Okay, here we go. It's called Recycling Reflections. Reflections from within shine through the outer eyes, projecting the sun that we see in the sky. We have found our souls together, shining way up high, and reflecting back to us through our outer eyes. Thank you for joining me. See you next week.
We stand, we never